Hi, I'm Lesley Ormsby and I'm a psychic medium. I live in New Zealand. I was actually also born in New Zealand, so anyway, I'm a native, you could say, to New Zealand, and Aotearoa is the Māori term for that. So my heritage is not only Māori, but it goes back to the Irish, where my great-great-great-grandfather, might be one more great actually, is Irish. So, and then from there, there's a long story to that, but we end up going right back to the Vikings. So it's kind of really an interesting story, as with most people's heritage. So anyway, I'm wanting to let you know that I'm doing these readings, and they're astrological readings. I'm following along the star signs basically. So what we will be covering, like Spirit and I, when I talk about Spirit, it's not only my guides, but I connect in with the angels. I also connect in with multi-dimensional energies. So and I do have some videos out already with working with some of my multi-dimensional guides, so you can hop on my YouTube page and we'll talk a little bit about that later. But today I'm going to be doing the second series that I've done in the astrological star sign readings. So for October, gosh, this year's gone really, really fast. So we're going to get underway soon, and let me see, I think there's something else I wanted to talk to you about. I'm so excited as I get when I'm doing this. Typical Gemini, and I'm not going to start with Gemini today, so I'm going to start with Aries today. But with me, yeah, like I say, I work with all these different energies, and I love working with crystals. And Jesus Christ, you know, he's my main man, is with Archangel Michael. He's my other main man. God, I've got a lot of main men actually, because Archangel Raphael is always around as well. But you know, I started doing this work 20 years ago. More so, it's always been with me, this ability. It's not, to me, it's not just a gift, it's an ability as well. And there are certain skills that I've picked up along the way to get me to a place where I am today. And so I'm able to confidently, I suppose, express spirits, your angels, guides, helpers, and your whānau that come through, or I was going to say whānau tūpuna that come through, which means, you know, ancestors in Māori, come through to bring you messages of love, inspiration, guidance, you know, direction, or just even healing, you know, healing. And sometimes, you know, just that spoken word as I love you can be the healer for you. So yeah, just hold tight and we'll get started soon. Good afternoon, Pisces. Okay, it's like October 2018 reading for you. Astrological reading, I might add. So what they're doing, what are they doing? There's a lot of chit chat going on, and I can hear Spirit talking about, and I'm just wanting to move my hands around like that, so we're swimming up the river. So what they're saying is, like, I feel like some of you are going up the river, which is not so bad, but some of you are going up the creek river, which is not big, which is not good, not in a nice way, in the way that, in the sense that you're kind of going against the flow. Some of you are going up the river, but you're moving up to like spawn and begin new things. Okay, so there's a difference between which, you know, where you're going with some of yous, and some of yous, you know, it's like, what the hell, I'm finding it really hard. But that's because your perspective has not changed from, you know, what actually going up the river means. So when you're going down the river, that's not a bad thing either, but it just depends once again on where your perspective is. So when you flip it over, you know, when you get that epiphany of why things aren't working, to actually why things can work and why they have the ability to work. Because I feel like some of you are like watching others moving up the river, and some of you are like sitting down here and it's like back here, and it's like, what? And it's like, because you need to change your attitude, your perspective, and what you're doing. Okay, so, and some of it is like, a lot of it is like, well, you're letting go of past things that serve you no purpose for your highest good. So it's about, like, you know, because I can feel, you know, some things from the past. It's like, yeah. When something's on my back, it's from the past. Okay, so there's a lot of that sort of thing that you're needing to disconnect from. So with some of that water, you know, you can bless yourself with that water and like visualize whatever it is that's holding you back to just wash over you as that current goes, you know, all that water splashes over you. Because what they're showing me is the salmon. You know, the salmon, how the salmon jumps over, and some make it and some don't, okay? You can make it, they're saying, but you've just got to, like, change that, your aspect about things, and it's like, God, perspective. And it's like, yeah, because I could hear the spirit going, oh my God, seriously, they have not learnt, okay, what they're talking to about here, like, because there are some contracts, okay, contract. Now, what they're talking about on a personal level, you signed a contract before you came over here in this lifetime, so to learn certain experiences, okay, and sometimes things can be a little bit shitty, but then sometimes can be a little bit yay. So what they're saying is those shitty things can turn into yay things, okay, but when some of those yay things can also turn into shitty things, it's about finding that balance. So it all depends on our perspective, which is what we're talking about before. So whatever, you know, contract that you have, you know, signed up for to learn in this lifetime, it's about looking for, you know, looking at it and looking for what you need to learn from it, okay? So there's amazing knowledge that comes from, you know, everything that we learn, experience in life, okay? Some of it, like I say, is not all that great, and then some of it is like really smashing, but then it's like, you know, when we get to that point, get to a certain stage, we need to be thinking about, you know, what serves us for our highest good. Am I going to let this stuff, this shitty stuff, hold me back and not allow me to move forward? Or am I going to see it as like for what it is, you know, and just keep moving forward anyway? Because what happens is sometimes, you know, we can get sit in that little pool and for too long, and then we don't grow. A bear comes along and eats you, you know? So it's like, then you're gone. So what the point is, what the hell is the point of that? So, or a bird might come down if you're a little fishy and might get you. So, you know what I mean? So just a little bit out there, I know. But they're just saying, you know, but this is what happens. We can sit in this pool for too long and then the pool dries out. So what do we, you know, and then there's no water. So we need to be staying in the water, in the flow of things, and not, you know, staying there for too long. In the pool is okay. It's just for a little bit until we can get our energy. Well, get a, you know, get a little bit of a rest and just get centered a little bit and then carry on. But then, yeah, so they're just saying that, you know, it's time, October, it's going to push you out of that pool. So you know, I feel like for a lot of you, you're starting to move and get out of that pool and to move on into, you know, the bigger pool, you could say, or into the flow of life. Some of you, like I say, are already in that flow, and yay! So you're leading the way for those who are not in the pool, and for those around you. Now, the showing me through this contract also means like there's some, I feel like, you know, there's some sort of contract or contracts that are coming up into the, you know, in this next month that you've probably, some of you have been waiting for to come up, like that's been in the wind, but now it's blowing in the wind and it's blowing over into October. So I feel like there's some fruition with a contract that's going on, or contracts that's going on for a lot of yous. Now, even for the ones that are like finding it hard, and I feel like that's part of the reason why you're finding it hard, because you've been waiting to move forward, because you've been waiting, and it's coming, okay? And for some of you, it's right there now. And there's some, I feel like there's 2 or 3 throughout the next month. So there's a lot of movement with a lot of different astrological signs and with contracts and work and things like that this coming month. So it's about everybody, like the energy. The universe is bringing a lot of energies together to help blend, you know, all different, like, it's like all different races, cultures and everything, you know, even star signs. So, you know, clean. Yeah. Clean up your act. That's what they're saying. And get clean. It's like while you're in that water, like go back to, it's like give yourself a little bit of a clean, a little shush. So that must be a really big thing, because that's come up twice now, to clean up your act so you can get yourself ready for these contracts. So if you're not ready, it's going to take a lot longer. So it's best you dump that shit now, and, you know, whatever it is, so you can get moving and face it. So, you know, when we face whatever is going on, whether it be, you know, whether you categorize it like small or big or whatever, it doesn't matter. When we face whatever's going on with, you know, an emotional, mental, emotional thing, or if it's, you don't want to like confront somebody or say something, or you don't want to, you know, upset somebody, or you don't want to, like, you know, feel that love and do it anyway, you know, move forward with a certain project, or move forward in anything that you want to do. If that's what's holding you back, like, you need to, like, go in there, dig in a bit deeper, and ask these, you know, serious questions to yourself about, you know, what is it I really want to do? and where do I want to go, and utilize this. And you know what they're just talking to me about a vision board. You know, vision it, visualize it, write it down, get a picture, visualize it, put it up on the wall, because you're needing a little bit of a shove now to just do it. And also they're just saying, you know, and bring in that'll help you bring in the energy to, and that focus to where you want to go, to get you out of this little rut that you're in. Okay, you've only been in it for a little while, but it feels like forever. I know that feeling. But it's kind of like, yeah, but once you get out of it, and it's also because, you know, when we put that vision board up, we set an intention. And if we really mean it, by doing and going underneath and, you know, delving into those emotions and other bits and pieces and those limiting beliefs and thoughts and what have you, if we really mean it and we set that intention, shit will happen. Good shit will happen. So you can let that other crap go, you know, and that other stuff, you know, that will stay there. You know, or just float away, and then with some, I don't know what will happen with it, but it'll get cleaned up in some other way. But so long as you let it go, that's the main point of it. So, okay, so I'm just going to go with this one too. Emotion. So this is what they're talking about, you know, when we, you know, reconfirming that it's, you know, emotion is really just energy in motion. So, and when we hold on to it, this is what accumulates and creates all this, you know, it's clutter in here, clutter in our body, which creates a physical ailment, you know, or disharmony in our body. So the idea is to like clean it out. So they're really, really big on that for you at the moment. And also, oh, baby. Okay, this has come up a lot today. So baby for you, and at this point, okay, there may be a baby that's coming. If you're really looking for a baby, you better be, you know, that's, you know, wanting to have a baby. This could be your month to fall pregnant in it, okay? Or this could be your month for a baby to come through if you're looking for adoption or something like that, or whāngai a child in. You know, baby means different things. It also means too, I'm picking up for a lot of you too, is like new beginnings, which comes back to this contract, a new beginning for you. And when you clean yourself emotionally, or get started on it, or clean some more of that stuff that's out there, you know, saging is a really nice way of doing that, helping to get rid of negative energies, entities, beings, and or thought forms. So use that, you know, use sage to help, you know, clear your energy, use it around your body. Aromatherapy, incense, you know, colour. As you'll see, I've got a lot of colour. I love colour because it can reset your energy, you know, your vibration. So orange, you know, also using the chakras, you know, the colours of the chakra, putting it around you, wearing those colours around you, you know, it's just to zhuzh up your energy. So I'm just getting rid of some of the energy around there because I don't like that one. But there, and you won't like it either. So that's what they're saying, just let it go, let it go. And I feel like there's a lot of male energy, you know, there's the masculine side to us too, that we kind of need to like shove along, get out of the way, and find that balance to let that feminine, female energy in. Whether you're male or whether you're female, there needs to be a balance. So, and I feel like you'll start to find your little flow in life be more together with relationships too. Just to throw that in, your relationships will flow better once you get rid of stuff that's no longer suits you any purpose. But the baby thing, your new beginning, so that all goes back to the contract, you know, so getting yourself sorted out mentally and emotionally for things to start to flow in your flow, the way you need it to flow. Yeah, I know that was a bit of a mouthful. So, I mean, you know what I mean, don't you? I know you know. That's all I have to say for today, or we have to say, you know, blessings, namaste.